Month 6 in the time of the Eternal, Month 8, Day 28, 2023. Psalms 37 verse 7. Rest in the Lord, and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. When you come before my presence seeking my advice, with a willing heart and a receptive mind, be silent before me. And I will speak to your spirit. And this will understand my will in your lives. Do not do as those who bow before me, they talk to me, but they don't wait for me to answer them. They get up and leave. I desire to speak to you as a father speaks to his children, but your haste, driven by a carnal agenda, deprives you of the greatest of gifts. Take quality time to be alone with me when all is silent and it is not yet dawn. Also, when most are asleep. And wake up, talk to me and I will let you know how to live your life in safety and peace. Are you preparing to dwell with me? Truly, truly, I say to you, whoever walks with me here, will walk with me there. Therefore, each one of you, by family and camp, have this in high regard, for this is necessary so that you may be able to overcome. Go to nature, observe. This declares my power. Observe your gardens, pray in them. Ask for heavenly wisdom to soon have all knowledge of self-sustenance through this, because times of great pressure are before you. Do not stop to think about him whose cupboard is full and his vessels overflowing. A piece of bread, in peace, is better than an amount of food in strife. Be thankful to your God for each thing that your hand can harvest, for the miracle of this comes from above. The miracle of when the seed falls to the fertile earth and is watered, grows and reproduces. This last part is not done by you, but without this part of the first, the last is null. I bless and prosper the land and the hands of the diligent. He who has much without my blessing, in a moment it is taken away from him. But those who have little in me will always be satisfied. The man of sin is in the process of controlling the bread, but he will not be able to prevent me from feeding my children. Rest in me, for if you do what I have told you and quickly prepare yourselves, do not fear, for 1,000 shall fall at his side and 10,000 at his right hand, but this will not reach to my true children. Great mortality is before you, but he who trusts in me will be saved. He who follows his own ways, rebelling against me, will himself spread his snare and net, and his end will be death. All my words to you are for salvation, and you do well to listen to them and put them into practice. For whoever does so will receive eternal reward. The wicked are like the chaff that the wind carries them away, everything they have will be tow. Just like everyone else, in the end, it will also be, in the same way. But the difference is that those will be tow with their possessions, which they love more than me. Therefore, work while I come. But do not put your love on the things of this world. Use what is necessary while I still come, but do not turn your heart to these. Because, he who thinks he has and is contentious because of this, it will be taken away from him. Because, without my protection, everything will be disrupted. But, whoever having, in his gratitude to me, is merciful to his neighbor, guardian angels will be there for him. Therefore lift up your voices for joy. For the Holy One of Israel is for his people. Be silent and hear my voice. For I am who I am and none precedes me. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the Creator of all things. Worship me. Because the hour of my judgment has arrived, and only those my blood is imputed to them will be clean and will dwell with me for long days, without end. He who remains silent before me, I will make him know hidden and wonderful things that mortals do not know. His senses will tremble at my voice, and your insides will rejoice, because creation overflows with life near his Creator. Be still and wait. Trust in silence. Rejoice and sing praises of joy because, before the great storm, I will arise and be for my people. The sea will roar. The wind, like a storm, will plunder the earth, and it will move from its seat, but my true children will be hidden in the rock. And my holy angels will watch over them. If you want to see the invisible world, live in faith and trust in me. You are not alone. For, if it were so, the evil one would destroy you. I restricted his power. My angels are with you day and night, and the other Comforter he has been among you since I ascended to the kingdom of heaven to intercede for you. You have an advocate. Go quickly to me and I will be for you. But go in real humiliation, so that you may be liberated. Many come to me. Moreover with their lips they ask me, but their mind is far from being before my presence. To such, I cannot help because a divided being is given to his own good according to him. Once again I tell you, be silent. In the garden, meditate in me. On the road, pray to me. In every place, have a song in your heart. And my presence will never depart from you, if you rejoice and remain in my sayings. The world closes in great affliction and its inhabitants fear the unknown. Nervousness takes over their being, in waiting for what is to come. Murderous waves circulate the heavens. The waters are aching because of evil. The food that poisons the being is increasing every day. The air, loaded with mephitic gases. Only I will be able to free you from all these things, if you follow my plan that I have drawn up from eternity for you. Just as I freed my people, when they were still in Egypt from plagues and pestilences, in the same way I will free my people who trust in me and obey my voice. But also remember the fiery serpents. I raised one on a pole so that whoever would look at it in faith and believe, was healed. This act was ignored by many, who stayed buried in the sands of the desert. The prepotent mortal believes he can subsist before such challenges alone, and his end will soon come. Go among the trees. Exercise your lungs, because there the atmosphere will be changed for love of you. Because, if I do not shorten the days even more than what you see, none will resist. But, for love of my children, this is done. So, when you see this happening more quickly to you, rejoice. Because there is one who still continues to intercede for you. The times are in my hands. And, at my command, everything is. Trust and do not fear your being, for I have your names written on the palms of my hands. I thought of you before you knew yourselves, and I will not forsake you nor let evil destroy you. Now, love my sayings, obey them and put them into practice. Do not give in to temptation and recognize me in all your ways. Be pioneers of truth and set an example of good works. Seek my face while I can be found. If you run for something, may this be to fulfill my will in you. There is no darkness that remains forever, and, even if they fight to extinguish the light, they will not be able to, and this will shine even more and will illuminate the entire world with my glory that is in it. Once again I tell you, give me, my son, your heart, and let your eyes look at my ways. Turn your eyes away from the evil one, the one who asks me to know what my will is and, knowing it, he does the opposite. He who, reading my word, rises up against his brother, the one who sings to me with a divided heart, he who speaks to others about me, but his fruits are null. He who is close to me grows with all symmetry, and there is no variation between what he says and does. Many believe that this behavior will prepare them to be ready for the final test, but how far this is from real reality. Just as the night is invested by dawn and cannot prevail, so will my light be in the world, wrapped in the great darkness that is approaching you. Blessed is the man who walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. In him is my delight, and I will satisfy him. I will be with him in trouble, and I will deliver him, because he has known and feared and reverenced my name. And he will live with me endless length of days. The nations roar and attack each other, for there is still a time for this. When you see this, rejoice. For you are even closer to my coming, and I am even closer at the doors. You can only remain joyful if your sight is set above, in eternal things. For truly, truly, I say to you, that everything you possess will perish. Nothing will be taken to the better, eternal world. There everything is ready for those who love my words with all their heart and mind and love their neighbors as themselves. You will never thirst or hunger again. The Sun of Justice will forever illuminate your paths, and you will rejoice in the vast universe with my other creatures. This better world is at the door and is available to those who follow without a murmur after my footsteps. Fight in such a way that you obtain real victory. Be faithful to the end, and I will give you the crown of life. Faithful and true words that I leave from the Eternal for each one of you. May the Lord bless us. 7. Rest in the Lord, and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass.